Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, y'all? Oh, episode 12 today. Respect is earned is the title. Typically we're dropping these on Wednesdays. Today's Friday. We had some stuff going on this whole week. Yeah, it's been interesting, but that's part of it. Part of life. Um, man, I don't even know. It's been great. As far as like this is concerned. With the podcast thing. It's been awesome. A lot of people, a lot more followers this last week. Not sure if the camera park thing, camera park zoo deal was like a catalyst necessarily, but I think me staying consistent and putting out consecutive videos has been what's helped a lot of that. Yeah, it's fun, very fun, very interesting. Whole new ball game for me. A lot of stuff coming up this next month. September, August was my birthday month. Shout out to everybody that told me happy birthday. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And shout out to everybody that tunes in every week. And yeah, thank y'all for being in the mix and being in the know between TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, right here, there's Spotify, there's Apple Music. All my stuff's everywhere at this point. And it's pretty cool because don't have any reason to stop. It's been a huge outreach, huge outpour. People saying, man, thank you for speaking positive about everything. I went through this week, I went through that. Me personally, I've been through a lot of stuff, with a lot of personal stuff that I've been going through the last couple of weeks. It's it's been a trial, tribulation, whatever. But at the end of the day, I know it's a test, and I'm gonna be victorious and successful. Like that's all there is to it. I don't have any reason not to be. I don't have anything holding me back from doing that except for me. Grown a lot since I started this. This oh wow, what 12 weeks? That's 3 months straight up. Yeah. Had a lot of opportunities come my way because I've opened up myself, and I did a 30-day challenge. My challenge was to make a video every single day at least. Also to drink a gallon of water every day and work out, get up, do some kind of exercise, and out, kind of find my limits. And yeah, I've done that. I've got some people that come through the gym spot. They're recording their YouTube videos here. One guy's recording TikTok. He's doing a 30-day push-up challenge right now. So I think I'm going to join that with him next month or in a couple of days on September 1st. We'll see what happens. Why not? I've got another person that challenged me most improved as far as like, body composition and fitness from September 1st to January 1st. And I'm like, bro, you going to give me that much time? Bet. All right, we in there. Yeah, I'm fixing to amp this stuff up. I'm about to put more videos out. I've gotten more of a direction that I want to go. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a little dim, but, I'm, at the end of the day, if I stop now, I'll never make it there. Once again, today's episode is 12, episode 12. That's a big number for me. 12. Respect is earned. Um, it, Respect cannot be demanded. It's built through actions and consistency and character, right? So there's a big difference between fear and respect. People can fear you without respecting you very easily. A threatening person is somebody that's feared, and people just don't have any respect for them at all. They don't see the fact that they could actually have respect for themselves as well as other people. You know, they're intimidating. They're a lot of them are really loud. Usually, they say the loudest person in the room has the least to say. So those people are, yeah. There's no cause for that. You don't. when you walk with a different swagger, when you're the man in the back of the room, um, the respect is definitely earned. It's there's no fear, intimidation, no fear factor. You know, for me, I am that guy that sits in the back of the room, and what I said the other day, I tread lightly, I walk quietly, and I carry a big stick. So I don't necessarily need to have everybody knowing who I am, what I do, what I can do, because at the end of the day, done the things, I've planted the roots, I've put in the work, and I've gotten where I've gotten because I've done everything methodically and I've thought things through. And at the end of the day, I've taken care of people and turn that echo cancellation off. So I don't have to have a fear tactic, or scaring people or, oh, loud, boisterous, nature. As a lot of y'all know me, pretty chill, pretty quiet till I need to be. Uh, that being said, real power is very, very quiet. It's very loud. It's not very loud at all. The people that are in play, the powers that be, you don't necessarily hear from them. You hear from the people that represent them, that are promoting them, that are pushing them up and are part of their team. And that's another thing that I've started to notice too. I With this venture, I'm gonna have to open it up to trusting more people and bringing on more people to act as one and build this team up. I know it's tough for me because I've never been in a spot to do that. I've never been in a spot to have to. I've never been in this spot. Period. I've never had to put out podcasts and encourage other people and um, build a business and run the real estate business and have agents underneath me, have contracting business and putting trust in the subcontractors and making sure that people get taken care of, relying on other people. I've always made sure it's all on me. So now things are starting to get to a point exponentially that I need to make sure I've got the right people in the right place and doing the right things going forward. You know, I am actually opening it up to the fact that that's where things are going and that's what's going to have to happen. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies all day long. My cousin's on point. I got some real close buddies of mine that are reaching out. I've got some ladies that want to help out with social media, and I'm all in on it. I'm so grateful, so proud that people are wanting to step in and help. You know, it is tough to earn respect in the hustle. Uh, my work ethic speaks louder than words. I mean, I'm here before anybody else gets here. I'm gone after everybody else is gone. People are like, man, you spend a lot of time up here. Yeah, this is my think tank. This is where the things are going to manifest. I had a friend come help out paint this wall. They were like, millions of people are going to see this wall. And I'm like, you know what? You sure right. Like, you're absolutely right. With the amount of subscribers I've got now, man, the possibilities are endless. And I'm up for it. I'm all in on it. I'm game. Like, I am tuned in to the max. I've got some inspirational stuff that I've been posted on the wall to me, you know, uh, and so like I can see where this is going to go. And then just, where God has it to go is where he's going to go for me. And I'm perfectly fine with that. There's been times where I've been on the job site, out working people, in this gym. I've got set up behind me right here. I've got people come by and they're like, man, dude, like, you're doing this, his name going to do an hour and a half workout. Yeah, well, not, man, I got to go to pull up when you got some time. Let's get some work in. Let's get some sweating in. Let's get some, let's get somewhere. Let's get some goals on the board. Because if you're just going in, coming in, doing a routine, doing the motions, you're not getting anywhere beyond where you already are. You're going to come in, go through the motions and do this. But then when you're able to come in and you're like, oh, I'm going to do some bench. Oh, I'm going to do some squat. I'm going to go home. Well, me, I'm going to come in and do a full stretching. I'm going to do a warm up. I'm going to do a workout. I'm gonna do a kind of cool down workout. Then we'll stretch again, and I'm probably gonna do a little bit of cardio. And that's what's gotten me to the point of I've lost so much weight now. I mean, I'm almost lost the weight of a whole entire person. Just getting weight to the divorce don't mean the whole weight of a whole entire person. I mean, I legit like I think I'm 280. It was like 365 my heaviest. My goal is to get down to about I don't know maybe 230. That's where I was at when I graduated high school. I played football in college at this weight right now, and I have not been this weight in a long time. And I am proud of myself. On the job, I talk to guys and they're like, "Oh man, hey, I'm throwing sheetrock, lifting boards with them. I'm doing all this stuff right beside them, unloading the trailer, loading the trailer, throwing shingles." And they're like, "Man, you just had a birthday, you just turned 40. Hey, we got to get this stuff done." So what does it even matter? I mean, age is just a number. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Yeah, and people are like, "Oh, yeah, I get it, I get it." And I'm out there working, and I'm volunteering to, do the work with them. And they're like, "No, if we got it, we got it." Man, come on, let me throw some shingles down. Let me, pop, 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 do something. Let me pull that bathtub out, dog. I got it. Oh, no, it's okay, we got it. On the home end, I got people come out and they're, "Oh man, I want to buy a house with this and that." Cool. I'm gonna help you find it. Let's go. Let's go. And I will find everything that they want, everything that they need. And then we get the truck, we go look at it, and then we're signing contracts and we're moving. And I'm gonna be there and I'll help you move if you want. And if not, well, I've got some referrals on some movers too. I'm plugged in like AT&T, right? Uh, and for me, staying consistency has been a big foundation of the respect that I've gotten. So, or sorry, my consistency, and staying consistent with people and having them understand that I'm going to answer the phone you called. Now I'm going to do our stir for a little bit, but I'll get right back to you. Uh, Staying consistent and staying genuine and playing them reach like we're talking about. That's the foundation of the respect that I've gotten from people. You know, respected at home when with my kid. I've had to explain to her some things and how some things work. And at the end of the day, I respect her decisions. I respect that she's going through some things, teenager stuff. And at the end of the day, she's got to understand that I'm still dad. I'm still her mom's still her mom. We're not together or whatever. But at the end of the day, respect is earned and not given. And she's understanding that, okay, so I give some, I get some, and I give some, I get some. And at the end of the day, she and I on the same page and tune in with a whole lot of things. I'm cool with that. So the fact that I have stayed consistent with her and stayed on her about things and like, she got that understanding, that establishment that dad don't play. Um, and with that, we've had to, give and take and set some boundaries and make some things understood. Um, and that's part of it. That definitely comes with respect. If you can't uh, comfortably visit with somebody on the respect that you uh, are asking for or that you expect from them, it's not a two-way street at that point. It's very singular, and people don't resonate with that. So if you should take a little bit. Um, so respect comes with understanding and setting boundaries to make sure that if you give somebody, okay, prime example, you meet somebody, you talk to them, and hey, and you let them know what you do and don't like, and they decide to cross that bridge with you, burn it. Technically, they burnt that bridge. If I tell you I want and I expect this, and that, well, in any situation, work, dating, uh, life in general, friendship, and they decide to step out of that and mess things up, that's when the bridge gets burnt because the trust is not there. The respect is lost. When when somebody tells you something that bothers them and you blatantly decide to mess with that, That's disrespectful. Plain and simple. There's nothing else to it. And when they set that boundary because that's what is comfortable for them. That's what they expect. In relationships, you have to be able to do that and still show love at the same time. You can't uh, set a boundary and not. That's the best way to put it. Best way to say it. You can't let's disrespect, right? You can't set a boundary and have somebody disrespect you and them still expect to get the ultimate respect out of it. That does not work. That's not that's what the gaslight and all the exponential terms for it. But regardless, respect and disrespect, right? Respect leads to love. Um, and that's part of loving people is respecting their boundaries and understanding where they come from. A lot of times, this generation of people, they throw out all the definitions, all the things, like I may mention here, gaslighting or whatever else. At the end of the day, you're either a good person or you're a bad person, regardless of all the little, you know, definitions that they've come up with nowadays. And we have to understand that the definitions are extra and fluff, in my opinion. The person's a good person and they want to treat people good and they want to earn respect from people and be consistent and showing that they are stepping up in what they're presenting and they're backing their word, or they're not. And if they're not, they don't need to be a part of your life, period. If they can't respect your boundaries, respect what you have asked them and set in place with them, there's no room for them. It is what it is, but oh, that way, sure. But that's part of life. Um, I go forward and I try my best to do people right and take care of people the same way I want to be treated. And some people don't resonate with that. They weren't raised that way. They don't understand. And they're like, whoa, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. If I command, a higher priority, I guess is the word, or a higher demand of standards out of you, I guess is the thing. You should want to expect more for yourself anyway. That's all there is to it. Um, going in, a lot of people like, oh, well, I just don't care. Well, at some point you have to care. At some point you have to make changes. At some point you have to grow up. I'm still a big kid, but at the end of the day, I'm putting in the work to get where I want to be, and I'm having fun with it. That's the reason why I say I'm a big kid. I'm not saying, oh, I act like a kid or I'm immature or anything like that. I'm saying that I put in the time that I put in, the work that I put in, staying consistent like I do, setting my boundaries in relationships like I do, and relationships with business, relationships with work, relationships with customer. I'm setting those things up as a standard because at the end of the day, if I command for quality to be here and it's here, that's not suffice at all. Like I was explaining to a real good buddy of mine, customer has an expectation as the contractor. We have to, or client, my client or has an expectation. So as a realtor, as a contractor, as their credit repair, they are expecting for me to deliver what I brought in and promised, right? If I can't do that, then what am I doing? Why am I even doing it? I mean, just common sense. Like I'm not the type of person to accept failure. Um, and that's one reason why I feel like I have earned a lot of respect from people because I'm not just going to let things slide and let that, oh, it'll be okay. No, like I said a long time ago, I'm the contractor that's going to keep coming back. I'm going to keep making sure you're okay. I'll get invited to the birthday party. I'll get invited to never had been no bar mitzvah yet. But yeah, quinceañeras, plenty of them. Low, let's go. No bar mitzvah. But I would go if somebody invited me. It'd be cool. I mean, it's something different. I learn something new every day. Uh, so that being said, we have to teach the next generation what respect really, really means. And For me, respect means that you've been through the trials and tribulations. It means you put in the work. That means that you um, have come through for people enough to be real, to have people rely on you, right? And successfully understand, hey, at the end of the day, I'm gonna call D Hunt. He's gonna take care of me, and he's not gonna give me no bull, no fluff, no nothing like that. And I'm not gonna have to worry about anything because at the end of the day, here's the keys to my whatever. Here's the keys to my house. Here's the keys to my car. Here's the keys to uh, whatever situation is they're in. D Hunt's gonna take care of it, and if D Hunt messes it up, he's gonna vouch for it. And he's gonna understand, hey, I did this, that. Here's how I fixed that for you, bro. You're good to go. Oh, you didn't even have to tell me there's a problem. No, I'm going to let you know the problem. Honest, open, and transparent. So you know that we had an issue when this is how we had to fix it. Plain and simple. And I mean, on my end, there's been times I've had to come back. There's been times I've had to, you know, uh, take one on the chin as a learning lesson. And at the end of the day, I'll still get called back, like I said, for the party, the siesta. Those fiesta, my bad, the siesta sleep. But I'm gonna kind of close this out with like, as you gain respect, you can also lose respect. When you're not open, honest, and transparent, and you try to manipulate people and betray people, that will cost you respect quicker than anything. Um, if you make a mistake, you own up to it. I'm okay with that. I can understand. Oh man, I messed up, D. I messed up. Okay, cool. You let me know that you messed up. You taking ownership of that, and you're willing to change that. I can respect that, right? When you own your own flaws, you can rebuild trust. Uh, you can give people second chances. You can give people the understanding that, well, they messed up. They crossed this boundary with me one time, and maybe their situation, maybe they're in an adverse spot. Maybe they didn't realize that, right? Maybe there's too many maybes. There's too many situations. But when they are open with you and they're honest and they make themselves vulnerable and let you understand that, hey, I screwed up. I screwed up. Cool, man. Hey, we can have a conversation. We can blow it out. We can, man, like, thank you for messing, for not messing up, but thank you for taking the time, swallowing your pride, swallowing your ego, and letting me know that you messed up. Um, I've done this several times. I will open up and tell people, hey, I apologize. I screwed this up, did this, and that. Um, and like I said, I'll take it on the chin. I'll take it on, whatever. And I'll do every single thing that I can to make it right, make it better, and regain your trust. Same thing I do with people all day long. Hey, man, I messed this up. Okay, cool. I'm glad you brought it to me. I'm glad you let me know what's up. How do we fix it? How do we make it better for uh, the people going forward? How do we make this, how do we not repeat this mistake? Um, Second chances, they're not free ever. You know, they're not, they make, they cost and they could actually cost, a forever friendship easily, you know, um, second, third chances, stuff like that. It's up to you to give as many chances as you do or don't want to. But it's also up to that person to not fumble and fail you after you have given them another chance. So, some of the things to think about going into next week. One way that show people respect daily. I mean, yelling at them in traffic is not going to do you any good. But reaching out to somebody and say, "Hey, man, I'm proud of you. I see what you're doing." I got people that have been reaching out to me, and that goes a long way with me, man. Like, call me up, text me. I got a paragraph from my cousin the other day. Hey, you're doing good. I know you're frustrated with a lot of things. I understand that stuff's not going your way 100%, but you got to plug in. You got to stay locked in and keep your head up. My neighbor, the ones that I was having some issues with, I hit him up this morning and I was talking to him. I say, "Hey, man, I see you coming in. I'm glad the weather didn't bother you." "No, no, it's all good, man. This, that." And I said, "Cool." And he's like, "Man, you been doing all right?" I said, "Man, honestly, I've been going through a lot of stuff, dude." He's like, he said, yeah, I can tell. I said, well, I'm glad you recognize that. And he said, well, I respect you enough to let you know that, I'm here to help you if I can. Man, just keep an eye on my place and make sure, just keep me encouraged. He's like, man, life is tough. He said, but I've seen the stuff that you've been through, and I've seen your podcasts and stuff that you've been putting out. I've been paying attention to your TikToks. He's like, just keep your head up, man. He said, just stay strong. He said, I didn't know half the stuff that you went through and everything, but you're doing a good job. I was like, man, like that was a win this morning. That was super, super appreciated. Stuff like that helps me out a lot. You know, um, I ran into a buddy of mine at Home Depot, and he's gonna come on a podcast here soon. I'm gonna open up the channel to guests. I'm gonna start doing some vehicle reviews. I got a couple Silverados lined up to review. I've got a buddy of mine that owns a performance shop. He was like, bro, you can come over here and we can talk about any of the vehicles out there. I got another buddy that's got some SVTs, Ford SVT vehicles, and I'm like, bet, let's go. And so for me, still working on my fitness stuff in the gym behind me, 7613 Atlas Drive, Suite 16. If you go to huntforhealthtexas.com and using the Sweet 16 as a discount code, you can get, your supplements. They're around here somewhere. I took a multivitamin this morning. Right. Yeah. So I've been doing that, and I just went and got some milk from the dairy so I can get on my protein again. Fix to get all this baby fat off, baby weight, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're getting I guess wintertime sexy. That way I can eat some candy and some cookies when it comes time Christmas. You ready for Thanksgiving? It's like a slim down, so I can bulk up for Thanksgiving and be ready to enjoy the family and the food. I might have to smoke a turkey again this year. Yeah, we'll do something big. But anyways, I'm rambling at the end of this like always, but I do appreciate y'all being here. And like I said, I shoot this live every time. Whatever happens, happens. Sometimes people come knock on the door, whatever. I turn the lights off, figure they leave me alone for a little bit, but it's whatever. Thank y'all again so much for coming through. I'm checking some of the messages I got. I got somebody asking me about needing a bigger bathtub and redoing some showers. Oh, I got another deal that's supposed to close on this house, and then we're having some issues with the bank. It is what it is. I mean, there's issues all day long. There's stuff to be, figured out. But do me a favor, excuse me, as y'all go through rewatching my content, share it with somebody else that, has been going through some stuff, tag some people. I know, like, for the past 3 months that I've been doing this, I've been going through the ringer. Like, God gives his strongest warriors the hardest battles, and boy, I ain't strong enough yet. But the whole point of this is to get stronger, to get smarter, to work smarter, not harder as well. And like I said, I want to build the team up because, when this thing's getting to where I want it to be and where I need it to be, or where God's got it meant to be, the team we'll all be eating good. We'll all be having fun, you know, just, I don't know. Fun is my go-to. And I feel like, I've been through enough stuff in my life to where I can respectfully go through the day, have fun in life, do what I want to do, take care of business, and take care of people that contact me for anything at this point. Like I said, quick prayer, on with the AM praying, I have custom t-shirt deals going on. My real estate stuff's doing good. I've got some realtors, some contractors that are actually reaching out to me for help on social media. So I'm gonna focus on that some too. Putting together the coaching courses because I've gotten people that are asking, how do I do a podcast and how do I grow my Facebook following and my Instagram following? And these are things that I've had to fight for and figure out. So that being said, I will definitely be Reach One, Teach One pretty soon. That'd be a good name for a training program too. Reach One, Teach One. Hmm. Let's see where it goes. The sky, well, there is no limit. There is no limit to the sky's limit. God's got me. So yeah, I'm all in. I'm tuned in. You know, different titles that people have, they don't earn respect, but their actions do earn respect. And every day is a chance to prove who you are. So um, if you go forward and put in your best effort and put in work, put in your best foot forward, every day your actions will prove that you uh, have earned the respect that you're commanding, that you expect. Stay diligent, stay diligent as well. Keep your head up, and some of y'all stay fertile. Anyway, much love. Peace out. Thank y'all for tuning in so much. We'll see y'all in the next episode. We may switch some things up, start a new season or something. I don't know. I'm open to ideas. And I just thought about this. I've been thinking about, and I'm open for ideas. Y'all hit me up on this, but a movie, an actual movie, inviting, partnering up with some people in locally. Like Waco Wood invited me out for a movie scene, but y'all know my nickname is Hollywood, and I've had this idea for a long time, and I feel like it's culminating to the point of like, let's put it together over the next however long it takes and have an actual Waco, Texas based, Central Texas based, whatever. Cool, chilled out, vibed out movie, independent film. And I think we can do it. I think I can put it together. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from putting anything together. So stay tuned. Just stay tuned. All right. Much love. Thank y'all again. Peace out.